gather some information, and then lock down the 3. So starting out, we've got ourselves, let's first admire his max queen, level 30 queen, but also we've got a whole mess of witches. Whole mess of witches. And they're making their way through, and actually, okay, yeah, so we got some wizards, some witches action, and actually this is like a witch slap. That's the name of this one, isn't it,
There
Zombie?
you go.
Yeah, so the witch slap. We got a few witches on either side. We got some healers in behind. Golem, king, queen, bowlers, everything in the center. And the whole point of the attack is you keep the sides busy with that centralized kill squad to just go in and just wreck everything.
Yep, you guys, those 2 jump spells down the center there trying to create that path right into the core. But Lava Hound coming out of the CC going to cause some complications. And the witches, we lost the witches. And nope, they're still up. It's hard to tell under the mortar shells being dropped. But the healer is doing a good job of trying to keep those witches up.
Absolutely. Now, one thing you have to watch out for with this witch slap attack is the fact that Stormtroopers, the defender, had giant bombs on the outside, and it actually did its number on several witches, which bit the dirt, the dust, whatever it is out there. So unfortunate for him. But the good news is that his queen actually did behave this time and went inside. That's good news.
So you got the queen in the core, that level 30 queen, clearing things out like crazy. But check out that left-hand side, that single wizard tower right there. It took forever to go down, and now you've only got the 1 witch out there, and the archer queen, no healers around here, stuck on a wall. Jump spell's expired, and she doesn't have much time left.
Yeah, so once again, this is a situation where one troop, losing 1 or 2 key troops like the witches, can really stutter the attack and create some sort of, again, a brick wall or a blockage on the remainder of the attack. So we do have 1 lucky witch on the far left-hand side that is actually doing a lot. But unfortunately, the overall push into the base wasn't strong enough because he did lose a few key witches to a very deadly giant bomb.
Yep, you've got just a couple of witches left on the right-hand side, 1 on the left-hand side, and not a lot left, just but some witches, and that's kind of where the attack didn't quite work out. Unfortunately, the queen wasn't able to get that last wizard tower, and that just, well, not a lot left, except for maybe skeletons doing their best, trying to get, believe it or not, getting the town hall down, though.
Yeah, well,
so did get the 2nd star.
Yeah, so we have about 300 skeletons all packed into one little spot, taking out that town hall. But we also have that 1 witch, that lucky witch on the far left with the healers that's still up. She's just going to go the entire attack, so that's very good. Plus the 2-star. There you go. Yeah. So fortunately, whenever these town hall 9s are attacking, they have 2 attacks. So you generally do see a fresh hit, what they call a scout, and this is what Zombie Hunter is doing, and then one of his teammates will come in and bulldoze it with all the information they gather. So look at this 1 witch, man. Get after it. Woo! They're going to get 3-star, 2-star. What's the deal? What is that going to determine the war? And generally it does. Usually it's the, you know, how well the Town Hall 10s perform. Of course, it's a team game. You can't count out any level of the Town Halls, which ranks are important and which ones aren't. But generally, all the 9s are 3-star, all the 11s are 2-star, and the 10s, that's almost always where the war is won.
Yeah, and the interesting part is you're going to have all of the town hall levels involved with the 10s, because the 9s may need to go up and scout. The 11s most likely are going to need to come down, dip, and try to 3-star a 10. And then you've got these attacks where you're really hoping that your town hall 10 can 3-star another 10. Obviously, exactly what William's trying here. And he's got the 1st star just about out of the way with that wizard getting the town hall down.
Absolutely. So there you go. There's the 1-star. And the attack here with dragons. I've seen a lot of Town Hall 10 dragon action here, and notice that the queen was able to grab 1 air defense down at the bottom, and I'm pretty sure he was hoping that his wizards would grab that air defense down at the on the bottom.
Good point.
And
1 air defense still up right there, working on the dragons. And you got a lot of rage spells, 3 more rage spells and a pair of haste spells right here, and 6 more balloons yet to be deployed. You can see them working their way in from the bottom of your screen as well. The rage spells there in the center getting most of the dragons that are headed towards the core, but that big group of balloons and dragons at the bottom of the screen trying to get that rage spell just barely there. They're finally going to get into it there.
They made it.
Get some buildings down, and then on the far right you see that haste spell helping close that distance, and there's the 2nd star.
There you go.
for 50% damage. So William now just a matter of trying to rack up percentage points. Doesn't look like it's going to be a 3, but doing his best to try to put up a high percentage damage 2-star. In case this ends up being the best attack from his clan, then you want the most damage possible done.
Absolutely. I mean, in the case of a tie overall in stars, then that percentage counts. But look at the skeletons. They stood there like, I don't know what's going on the whole time. But 11v10 dip, we're going to be seeing Team Forums attacking Team Reddit here. And yep, we're here on the screen now. We got a Queen Walk leading into what's majority bowlers, but also a few witches. So I've seen a lot of that combination of things. Plus, ooh, look at that.
Absolutely. So the
Fancy
Queen
golem.
Walk, being that the Queen is usually going to walk around the base, usually on the outside. This time she's going to come in. She's got the healers to help keep her up. She's going to join the rest of those units. Look at that freeze spell. Gotta love that. Stopping the Inferno. Looks like an Expo, and of course all the CC troops as well.
Absolutely. And she's not walking around. She's charging in. Maybe we should name this a Queen Charge.
I think
Never heard
somebody
that one
might have
before.
done that somewhere, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, everything is going in very nicely. The bowlers are in. I saw that Eternal Tome kit almost every single troop
That
on
is
that
beautiful.
map.
That is
beautiful
awesome.
attack
Second
so far.
star right
2
there.
stars.
The Far Inferno Tower just about to go down. And there you go. Now again, you're watching a Town Hall 11 attacking a 10. So the expectations from everybody else on Team Forums is that this should be a 3-star. They need this to be a 3-star.
Absolutely, and I do want to mention that look at this super strong wizard in the middle just tanking everything till the healers betrayed it. That was really upsetting, but man, now maybe the healers will come back to our queen and give her some life back. But
yeah, I don't know. The Warden's following her around. You got a couple of bowlers as well, but the healers have decided that the witches are more important, and that's tough because you can see the queen suffering a lot of damage down there on the bottom left by herself. Now you're down to just 1 healer, and both the Warden and the queen have a lot of damage. They've taken a lot of damage. Queen still has her ability though, and 1 rage spell left.
Absolutely, and what the good news is that both Inferno Towers are down, but the bad news is that we have an Expo here, and that giant bomb series really wrecked. So now we have a portion of the base that is undestroyed, or not destroyed, it's still intact. Queen just used her special ability, and there's still some pretty powerful defenses left on the base. I'm not sure. Does have a rage, there's the rage.
It feels like a close call, but because the queen has no healers and she could not possibly reach that Expo from the outside, 2 stars, 90%. He's got baby dragons and Valkyries ready to go.
Oh, okay, so I've seen this attack before. I think the correct name is a Vedio. Get it? Valkyrie baby.
Yeah, that's
baby.
cute, yeah.
I think that's what this is called, and it's a very, very good attack strategy where he's going to be accumulating a whole lot of percentage on the outside of the base, and then practically diving his Valkyries into the base to get that Town Hall.
Well, we did hear earlier today, Mafia Elite, talking about Valk dives, and the baby dragons and that rage spell, that tantrum, has taken over 1/3 of this base, you guys. 34% damage already. And now here come the heroes at the top left and a whole lot of Valkyries.
Whole lot of Valkyries. Now, fortunately for him, he does have the 2 jump spells to make their way into the, well, of course, the air defense, but also for the Eagle Artillery and then that Town Hall.
Yep.
Now, he needs to be careful here. There we go.
Teslas.
There we go. So what he needed to put that jump spell to where it would also enter into one of the Infernos, but probably the further one. You know? So there's the 1
First
star.
50%.
Poison spell over the CC. That balloon can do some damage, but are they not going for the Town Hall Galadon?
Well, unfortunately, the Archer Queen wandered outside and everybody got annihilated in the center of that base. The Archer Queen not there to help out with anything, and now even the CC Valkyries kind of headed around to the outside on the left. Just not quite going as planned. You can see the jump spells created the path, but it just it was annihilation in the center right there.
Yet another example of the Queen not doing as it's supposed to do. Good try, Mafia Elite. Good try.
Looks like a giant on each side and witches and boulders.
Oh, you gotta love the bowler witch combination. He has, you gotta love that very high level golem, the new golem from the new updates. Looks amazing. Going in and doing some tanking for some defenses. We have witches and bowlers, king, queen, warden, everything making their way into the center there. And you know what? It looks good so far.
Yep, I mean, it looks kind of like a spam attack because you see so many units go down right in the beginning, but obviously you can see that funneling happening, the jump spell. Good freeze there on the right-hand side. Missed the Expo, unfortunately, but it did catch the Inferno Inferno Tower as the bowlers and the golem head right into the very center of this base.
You know, I was about to say, Galadon, that CC is rough, but they just destroyed it. They didn't care.
There's your second star.
Yeah, that Clan Castle combination is generally pretty difficult to deal with, but I mean, Smolson just made it happen. He said, I don't care what's in there, I'm gonna wreck it anyway. And then
Absolutely.
now, again, the crowd cheering for the 2-star, his teammates, you know, cheering him on as well. And they've already, like, the kill squad's all the way to the other end.
Oh yeah, this looks
crazy.
really good, you guys. This looks really strong right now. The bowlers, still a bunch of bowlers up. Look at those rocks skip. The Barbarian King, lots of health. The Queen's gonna join him over there. Even the witches around the outside are still doing a great job. This is an overpowering 3-star we're watching right here. The final structures go down, and the first live 3-star of the day.
There you go.
Smolson.
And Team Reddit attacking number 4. So this was the base that we did not see get 2-star just a minute ago. And hey, Barso's like, there's my job, my turn, let's go. So 10v11.
Exactly. So we're seeing a similar strategy that we saw earlier. And this is something that happens a lot, you guys. You will see the same strategy being used on the same base. But obviously there's going to be minor adjustments made because Barso, even though he's not here, most certainly saw the earlier attack on this base and has adjusted. Maybe he's talked to his clanmates about what he could do differently to make sure that this is a 2-star.
Absolutely, and as you can see, the jump spell has been laid out a little bit differently, but all the Valkyries are now in. We got some Clan Castle Valkyries. We have some Wi-Fi issues. We got some Rage spell. They're making their way through.
There they go.
And yes. Oh, wow, it's Tesla Farm. There we go.
That is a massive Tesla farm. The jump spell, Valkyries healing, getting in there. This time the Inferno goes down. The Eagle Artillery annihilated, and you can see just a slight adjustment right there. And now the Town Hall looks like it's just about, oh my gosh. The town, no, does that even have any hit points left?
What in the world?
Is there a bar of health? How did that?
I'm pretty sure it has negative health left, but it still stayed up somehow. Wow. Looked into a live attack. This one was the one that I believe Big Mac went after, and unfortunately, it looks like it ended up the same way. The Dragons made it to the Town Hall. We got a little late. I didn't interrupt you. I'm being too respectful.
Hey, no, we need it. It's all about live attacks, you guys. So it's more important than anything I have to say.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Or you.
Okay.
Not just that. Okay.
Okay. Well, unfortunate fail for him.
All right.
11v11 attempt. However, Smolson is still so early in his Town Hall 11.
There's something missing in this Town Hall 11, Klaus.
Yes.
What could it be?
I don't know. Just kidding.
Could it be
Eagle?
An Eagle Artillery?
Yes. Yes, it is. So the Eagle Artillery is not there, so this is technically, y'all, 10.5, but still. Let's see Ron Mexico do this up. And Smolson, he's sweating bullets over there, man.
I mean, not everybody can immediately pop up an Eagle Artillery when they go to Town Hall 11. I mean, the things are expensive, and sometimes maybe you want to focus on your troops. So you can see here that Ron going after Smolson, but nonetheless, it is a Town Hall 11. So if we were to see a 3-star here, it would be absolutely epic.
It would be absolutely epic. And with that CC lore, Clan Castle lore, we're having some Baby Dragon, Valkyrie, all kinds of archers, even a witch. Deadly into Clan Castle, might I add.
I'm telling you, she's still up right now, too.
Oh, no. That's bad.
There she goes.
Queen's like, nope, she's not still. She's gone. So, Warden's Eternal Tome keeping the Queen alive there. And now she's going to turn on the Inferno Tower. Yep. I almost said Eternal Tower. That's not the same thing.
Well, it's not Eternal anymore. It's gone. And so is the Wizard Tower, the air defense right there. That's good. You got those balloons. It looks like she's going to head after the Town Hall next. So we're going to see our first star for the Town Hall any moment. And then it looks like we've got the air troops coming in from the top.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we got some La Lune action here. We gotta love La Lune. I think is this the first La Lune attack, or maybe the second we've seen today?
Beautiful.
2-star.
Beautiful kill squad.
Locking down that 2-star. Balloons are in. He has all kinds of haste all over this base right now. There's a freeze over, the Inferno and the air defense.
Oh, that was a beautiful freeze right there. See that, how it just barely stretched out? That is a pro move. You guys at home know the range of your spells. Grabbed 2 key defenses, and these balloons are just overpowering the rest of this base.
Absolutely. Now here's a little pro tip for those at home. If it's an elixir spell, it is a diameter of 8 tiles, but if it's dark elixir, it's actually 7 tiles.
That is a pro tip, Klaus.
Unless I'm backwards. I could be backwards.
I hope not.
It's one or the
But
other.
either
Y'all
way,
count them at home, y'all.
Solid. 84%
think
final
that is-
defense is going down, you guys, and that's it. We know what's happening here. Ron Mexico live on stage with lots of spectators at home and on the screen is going to pick up that 3-star.
That was epic. That was epic.
That is major.
Oh, man. So Ron Mexico laying down the 3-star. Of course, 40 seconds. Do you think he's going to get it, Galadon?
I think that he's got it. He's already walked back to his team, collecting the high fives because he knew exactly what was going to happen. No stopping it.
There we go.
3-star
On this base, and it's 11 v 11. I mean, let's see it. I just want to see it happen. That's just where I'm at right now.
Check out those maxed out heroes on defense, you guys. The Grand Warden 20, the King and Queen 45-45. Bowlers moving in the right-hand side, and 2 jump spells down already.
2 jump spells down. We have ourselves a couple of golems, bowlers in behind. This is kind of like a combination funnel, but also he's just racking up percentage left and right. And of course, those golems are going to take the jump spell, and then he's got his heroes in behind. That Grand Warden's ability, when is he going to pop that? That's the big question.
And we'll check out that freeze spell there, catching both of those bomb towers in the core and the Inferno. And the Inferno was frozen until it went down, so never really a factor right there. Big rage spell. You can see everybody just racing around. There's the Eternal Tome like you were talking about. Those units looked like they couldn't make up their mind. In and out of the core.
Yeah, they were going back and forth because they kept seeing the Queen, then forgetting about the Queen, then remembering her again. Then now
there's the Town Hall.
The Town Hall is down. And that is good news for him because that is the 2-star, which is what Greylock was hoping for in the minimum.
Exactly, because now you've got just the Grand Warden and the Archer Queen left.
Galadon, I hate to interrupt you, but look at the spell that's remaining in his camps right now.
Oh my goodness.
Is
he
that
did
the
have
birthday
a gift.
boom?
That is, and there it goes right there, the birthday boom. Freezing the Lava Hound, you guys. That is talking about saving a special surprise.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Great luck. You can't make those now. But that was impressive how long
he
you
chose
held
a
on to that one.
good spot to use it in, so that's good.
Absolutely.
So unfortunately, though, that looks like that's going to be the end of that attack. Nothing left for Locke to do, but 56% 2-star against the Town Hall 11. Again, that's what you're hoping for, is the 2-star.
Absolutely. I mean, the 2-star is the minimum, and it is never easy. This is kind of like my own personal quote. It's something I live by. This is never easy to hit Infernos. It
you notice
matter
Locke actually just turned to his clanmates for a little bit of advice on those last units that are down there in the corner, because he's just going for percentage right here. And obviously the Lava Pups were just sitting there waiting for this, and they've charged down.
There you go.
But he did. He picked up another building. So 58.
See this one? Genius Chiku from Team Forums attacking Kim Jong-un from Team Reddit.
So most of the time, you're the crowd reacting to the name of the defender there, but most of the time this is considered more of a scout attack.
Absolutely.
Right? You're mostly hoping to expose what's happening, what's in the CC, to find out where the traps and Teslas are. You're not usually expecting a Town Hall 9 attack to hold up as the best attack on a Town Hall 10 by the end of the war, especially a 45 versus 45.
Especially within 1 hour of the end of the war. Generally, these 9s are done by the 12th hour, not the 23rd. But hey, you know what? It gave us an opportunity to see some Town Hall 9 action. I know a lot of viewers at home are probably Town Hall 9s and are curious to see what these guys are using. So here it goes. It's going down.
And exactly, you guys can see on the right-hand side of the graphic there, remember there's 19 Town Hall 9s. So that means there are 38 Town Hall 9 attacks that can be used in the war. And again, Reddit only used 31 so far. Forums has used 30. And most of the 9s are cleared, so you're almost always going to see those 9s attacking up, doing exactly what we're seeing here, attack a 10, maybe an 11. The Forums need to 3-star 2 more Town Hall 9s before they're completely done. But those Town Hall 9 attacks, even though they might seem useless, they're definitely key to helping out the higher level Town Hall players be ready for their attacks.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I do want to note, Galadon, is that that 9v9 statistic does not include the 9v10 attacks that could have taken place. So they like this one will not add to the board at all. It's a little misleading, but
oh, you're right. I think I counted that the wrong way.
It doesn't tell the full story here, so I'm sure they don't have that many.
So absolutely, she is going to be shooting for the 3 right here, and she's starting out with that Queen and the healers on the left-hand side.
Absolutely, the Queen walk. We've got some bowlers, some witches, probably Clan Castle. You know, I have no idea. Probably a golem or bowlers. But either way, I mean, the bowler-witch combination, very, very popular nowadays. And of course, look at that Queen. She's like, this is my Town Hall. I want that star. It's mine.
She's taking it. Here comes the first star for the Town Hall. You can see the jump spell in there is going to let that big group of units get in and try to get that Inferno Tower down. Now look at the path right now created by the jump spells all the way through the base. Zag has already dropped all of her jump spells, so there's no question as to where she hopes these troops are going to path. Right through the core and to the far side to get that second Inferno Tower.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, though, that Queen Walk struggled against all those CC troops. Looks like it had 2 witches inside, which adds up to, I think, 869 skeletons.
At least they're still going, because now that they've taken care of the Queen, they're moving around and they're engaging the troops that are supposed to head into the core. And you can see the Barb King now is occupied with them. And now he's going to wander towards the outside now that he's been pulled out by those witches.
Which is unfortunate, because the King, although is usually eclipsed by the Queen, because, you know, shooting over walls, that's pretty awesome. The King is actually really, really good. He's a solid tank and really gets a lot of work done when he's in the center.
Man.
So unfortunate for Zaggeek that she wasn't able to lock down and keep that King focused in the middle, but that CC was really rough.
And the jump spells expired, trapping these units in the center right here. The Bowler and the Witch actually got trapped in that enclosure because the jump spells expired. And out around the top of the base, you're seeing more percentage. So it's actually should be an improvement over the earlier attack. I believe it was a 56% 1-star. So it is an improvement over the earlier attack. A couple of archers out here to try to pick off more individual structures. So it is an improvement over earlier. And like we talked about, if it comes down to a tie in stars, then the percentage, the total percentage damage will determine the winner.
Well said, absolutely. So it's 60%. We've got 2 archers that are actually, you know, hey, they're going to steal themselves some elixir. They're going to get a couple more percentages, and you just laid it out very nicely. I don't need to repeat myself, but every building and every attack counts. Every building, every attack, and those archers getting it done. So that, you know, I think, well, never mind, that one got wrecked, but the other one, she might be able to get that builder hut. Yep, nope.
Oh, so close. She got zapped.
Unfortunate.
62%. Team Forums, number 23, going up against Doc Octothorpe from Team Reddit. So it looks like a 10v10.
10v10. Okay, cool. So this is another example of the 10v10s using dragons. And he's got 6 dragons here. He's got 7 balloons. No telling what's in this Plaid Castle. But that Queen Walk barely holding on.
Oh, man, look at that health. That was brave, holding off on her ability there as long as he possibly could. Just barely saving it for the end there, as the healers weren't quite keeping her up against all those defenses.
I mean, there's a lot of defenses on her, but luckily she walks out of the range and then she locks onto that air defense, which is good news for her.
That is fantastic.
You can see what the focus is here. She's getting after it. She's getting a couple of air defenses, and that is obviously the big difficulty for dragons, is to wipe out a base that has all kinds of air defenses.
And check out that use of the wall breakers right there, you guys. This is a Queen Walk that's going to turn into a Queen Charge, in that Animal wants the Queen to charge in towards the center of the base, and this kill squad Queen could get 3 air defenses all by herself. Klaus, that is great. Really good. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Here she goes. She's just about to turn and take out a 3rd air defense right there.
There it is.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And now you got the Barb King at the bottom of your screen. I mean, is it possible? Could all these air defenses be down before the dragons and balloons go in?
It's very possible. I mean, so we have a King that's at the bottom kind of doing a lot of tanking. We also have some balloons that are likely going to be targeting a specific defense. And that might be the air defense, I'm not entirely sure. But at the same time, you know, we do have all those dragons that are just going to do tons and tons of damage. So this is...
CC. Check out the CC Golem and Balloon. They're trying to catch up to the Barb King over here. 42% of this base down, 3 out of 4 air defenses before the air phase even starts.
This is a very patient attack, Galadon.
Yeah, it really is.
Something that I'm not good at is the attacks that are naturally going to be paced a little slower. This is one of them. So whenever you see an attack like this, you just got to know these attackers are sitting here. They're watching.
Look at the clock counting down. We're under 45 seconds left, and all of the air units just about down. Last of the balloons are down. 2 rage spells left, and I mean, it's a solid attack. You've got the 1st star for the percentage.
There we go.
But there's so many structures left. Half of the space is left, and you have less than 30 seconds left on the clock. So sometimes patience can lead to running out of time. And despite the fact that you've got a big group of dragons right here, 18 seconds left.
18 seconds left. The dragons, lots of dragons under rage right now. They cleared out that far left corner with the defenses fairly well, aside from that Inferno. Town Hall's down. Gotta love that Town Hall going down.
2nd star.
But I think, you know, if it came down to time, It's going to come down to time. 3 seconds is not enough time.
No, I don't think 3 seconds. But there it is as time runs out. 62 of Team Reddit. All right, so let's check it out as it gets started. Looks 26 Hog Riders.
26 Hog Riders. You know, that's actually my favorite troop, actually. So
I love to see those Hogs at Town Hall 9. Let me tell
absolutely. I mean, if you can use a good solid kill squad, maybe some Clan Council bowlers, take out the CC, take out the enemy queen, it's going to be that easy. The Hogs are just going to, what I like to say, cascade the base and wipe it out under heal.
Cascade the base. I like that. That's good. So, all right, so you see we're getting ready for those Hog Riders. Good kill squad, trying to get that Archer Queen out of the way because she is definitely one of the worst things that Hogs could run into. That and, of course, giant bombs. We saw one get triggered right there. So great kill squad getting the job done here for Super Finch. And now the first of the Hog Riders coming in from the top of the base.
There is nothing better than seeing a whole bunch of Hog Riders making their way down the base. Then the heal spell goes down. And are there any bombs in there? That's generally what you want to do. You want to heal where the bombs are. I'm imagining this base has been scouted already. Yep. There it is. Oh, the heal. Perfect timing. Healing over the wizard towers. And by the way, notice, people at home, this base is not a fully max base.
Nope.
This base is a non-max base, which I think is very,
watch out for spring traps.
How many people have max bases? Very few.
Well, that's true.
So I think that it's important to note that, by the way, also Super Finch has a level 20 queen, not max as well. So this is an attack I recommend all Town Hall 9s do.
That's fantastic. That's good to see. The spring traps must have taken out 13 Hog Riders total. But there you go, last defense on the map. And you'll know after the Hog Riders finish that Tesla, they turn towards anything else. And they're after that gold storage, so that means it's all over. Super Finch, just a matter of time. And he wraps up the rest of this attack with a Town Hall 9 3-star. And you know why Super Finch grabbed the 3-star, right?
I do not.
It's because, there goes the crowd.
Looks rough to me, so it's going to be exciting to see Big Mac.
It's intimidating.
Lay it down here.
It definitely is.
And notice he's got 3 golems. Whoa, there's a jump spell. There's 2 jump spell. Oh, look at that path. He's just like, this is where I'm going. Just to let y'all know. We got 3.
Oh, triple finger deployment of the golems. You see that? All the bowlers and the golems going down right away.
Right away, the golems are down, doing the tanking. The bowlers are down as well. And I mean, he's already deployed all of his troops. He's just like, I'm confident.
Much.
I know where my people are going here. Here's a rage spell. Clan Castle has been lured. He needs a good portion of troops to go in, and I'm not seeing that happen. I'm not. The bowler, get back in here, bowlers.
Yep, the earthquake. You see that the defense, the CC Lava Hound has popped. Couple bowlers on the right, everybody else to the left, and that's one of the tough things about a base like this. Any sort of concentric, you've got that ring base. It's sometimes tough to get a good funnel going to get those units to go right down the center.
Absolutely. So you can see that was the intention of this base. I mean, it's it's what you call a ring base of sorts, you know, where it's going to make everything go around the wrong direction. And, you know, that happened. That happened. Big Mac.
Keys to a success of a scout attack is getting that CC to activate, finding out where the Teslas are, and of course the bombs, even the skeleton traps. You need to know, are they set to air, are they set to ground, are they near the core? And those are going to be the keys to success of a scout attack.
Absolutely. So what he's trying to do here, you can tell, he's got a lot of Valkyries. He's got 10 Valkyries, a whole bunch of baby dragons that we named it the Vedio earlier. Not that we named it, but, you know, we titled it.
You did. You're a master at naming bases, Klaus. You really are.
I try. So the Vedio attack, what he's doing here is he's discovering what is in the Clan Castle and all the other things you listed off here. And with that rage spell over, I think he almost got that Inferno. I didn't get to see the health, but I saw the health on the gold storages. They're almost dead. So Spencer doing a good job with that rage spell placage there. Is that a word? And now Queen Walk making its way down.
Well, there comes your CC, so we know that it's Lava Hound and Balloon. And we've seen the Lava and Balloon really just devastate some attacks earlier today. If you can't get that Lava Hound out of the way, that balloon is just going to do so much damage to anything underneath it.
Absolutely, and of course it's this pop that's coming up that's the deadly part of that Hound. If you can avoid popping the Hound, then you're in good shape, but all the pups everywhere, it's a big time distractor. It also adds up in DPS, a lot of damage being dealt to that Queen over time with little, you know, like little droplets all in, really adds up to an ocean, you know, droplets in an ocean.
Many droplets make an ocean. Man, you were just, the quotes, I got to start writing these down. I like that.
You really should.
Well, those add up.
And then I'll write a book.
A book.
Queen Walk's making its way in here. She is popping her ability now and making her way through. There is a giant bomb on the outside. That's important information, ladies and gentlemen. That is good stuff. There's the 2-star for Spencer. And there is the opportunity that this attack will hold up till the end of the war. That is a possibility, so he's not going to bail out until every troop is dead, every troop is deployed.
Exactly. And that totally makes sense. I mean, although this is considered a scout, or Spencer talked about it being a scout, at the same time, you want to have a high percentage because you never know when you might not get an opportunity for your clan to come back and attack it. You know, they may need to go to somewhere else. And so now Spencer's racked up nearly 70% on this base. Got the baby dragon getting in there, getting a couple more structures. So scout or not, I mean, a 70% 2-star is a solid attack.
Absolutely. Good job.
14. So this, I guess, would be just about one of their bottom Town Hall 10s going after a much higher level Town Hall 10.
Absolutely. Another 10v10 attempt. You can see that dragon attack. We pointed that out several times. The dragon attack trying to make its way. And look at that split of the wall breakers there. That was an unfortunate split. I don't understand why that happens, but I can see that already Miss number 24 is doing his best to just stay focused.
Wall breaker behavior, it's going to go down in the history books. The researchers could spend eons on that one. Right behind Archer Queen behavior.
Yeah, I was about to say the Queen. The Queen is the most confusing troop in the game. But here we go. So we have a whole bunch of dragons making their way down. We're definitely going to see that Town Hall go down there. There
it is. First star, 30%.
There you go.
Rage spell. Lots of spells left. You see a heal spell going down right now. You got another rage left, 2 haste, 2 poisons as well. The dragons now starting to spread out, but the funnel was successful. The funnel made sure those dragons went and headed into the core and grabbed the first star. And it looks like we're just about to the second star. 50% damage here any second. Dragons under rage at the bottom of your screen, a couple at the top. There it is.
2-star.
And then these balloons. Check out those balloons kind of sneak attack there with the haste spell going right in and just going straight to that air defense.
Yeah, you have to know that he had that planned out. I mean, he withheld the spells, he withheld the balloons, and he had it planned out to the T as to when he was going to deploy that. And even though it looked a little chaotic, you know, those dragons all over the place, it, you know, he had it under control up to this point where he's down to 2 minions and a dragon.
Exactly, and he's got a ton of spells left, so it looks like maybe he kind of forgot to drop some of those spells earlier on. We've got 2 poisons left, even a heal spell and a haste spell. That's a lot of spells for 1 minion.
I was playing with the iPad here. Okay, so we're down to 1 minion working. He's getting himself some gold, y'all. He wants some of that gold, and he's going to stack up a few more percentages here.
There he goes.
Uh-oh.
Look out.
No.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, man. I was hoping.
Rip.
Okay, so it was actually him that got me onto the dragon attacks. I saw him do it live, and I saw it, and I was like, hey, that's pretty sweet. So he is dropping down some lightning spells onto these air defenses. Actually, was that 3 lightning spells?
Well, look at what he's using here is the advantage of this base design. They're the last earthquake, so Zap Quake, they call it. Lightning and earthquakes, and he's taken out 2 of the air defenses right away. So good use there of, you know, taking advantage of a base design that allows you to do that when the air defenses are so tightly placed.
Exactly. So that's kind of the advantage of these wars. You have a 24 or 23 hour prep day where you can sit there and you can actually plan your attack for a long time and see what's the weakness of this base. And apparently William said, you know what? Air defenses off to the sides. We need to take this thing out with dragons. And the Queen managed to get the 3rd archer or air defense. And now there's only 1 left with a ton of dragons coming on in.
This is looking really good right now. The Archer Queen, the Barb King did a great job of funneling, so you can see that these units are going to make great use of the remaining spells. And what's cool right here is normally with a Zap Quake 10v10 like this, you'll only see the player have 1 rage spell, because he's used so many spells to take out the air defenses. Here he's got 1 more rage spell, and you can see the dragons just soaking it up right now.
Absolutely soaking it up. And I was worried about that clan castle being not under poison, but the dragons handled it very, very nicely under rage spell. And again, there's no spells left, but he did have an extra rage, which I think was very clutch in this attack. He's already got both Infernos. And now it's going to come down to what looks like some damage. There's a 2-star. That's always a good thing. But we're looking at, looks like a couple of dragons that are just getting demolished down here. 2 of them are pretty high HP, though. How much of this base is going to go down, Galadon?
Yep, 61%. Obviously not going to be a 3-star. It looks like we're losing the last of the units here, but a good attempt from William, and he's going to pick up a pretty high percentage. and Aaron's base holding off William right here. We've got those last units kind of wandering across the screen, but you see the bottom, you've got 2 wizard towers, 2 archer towers, an expo, a couple of partridges in a pear tree. No way you're going to get a 3-star on that with just a couple units left.
Partridge in a pear tree. You're silly, Galadon. You're silly. But I want you to notice, everyone notice this here. This dragon is going to be there a long time. He has nothing to stop him from racking up percentage like nobody's business. It's going to be good.
I think William just wants TV time. I think that's what it is.
Absolutely. Wave to the camera. Wave to the camera. There it
you
is.
go, William.
Yeah, there we go.
70%. Dragon's still wrapping things up. And you just got to wonder, Dragon's just going.
I'm going to William. Say hi to the wife and kids because you got time.
Hi, yes.
It's like an Oscar speech and they won't play the music. It's like, somebody play the music.
So that I can get
All right,
off
there
the
goes
stage.
William. Good job, William.
There we are. All right.
Finally, the attack wraps up. But hey, like we talked about earlier, I mean, you want rarest attacks to see. Here's the beginning of it as Ricky from Team Forums at Town Hall 10 is going after Brady from Team Reddit, another Town Hall 10.
And that's what I was going to do. I was going to go against the grain and say, Galadon, I'm stopping everything to watch this replay.
Well, let's go.
But here we are. So the jump spell leading these troops into the Inferno Tower compartment. This is a lot of troops. It looks like he has more troops than normal, but they're all working their way in. That one Inferno Tower on the corner is distracted, and it's getting wrecked by those bowlers around the outside there. You know what? I think this one's going fairly. I wonder what is going to happen.
I'm telling you, this is a solid attack. This is exactly when something goes as planned like this. Check out the bowlers on either side. The Lava Hound from the CC pops. You got the bowlers on the left-hand side, bowlers on the right-hand side. There's the first star. There's the second star percentage and the Town Hall. You know where this is headed. The bowlers, again, protecting the witches. They're the tanks. The witches in behind. The healers right there. You see in the core, you've got the Archer Queen doing a great job. Level 40 still up. She doesn't need any healers. She's doing a good job by herself, clearing out the core. You've got that remaining Inferno Tower on the left-hand side. Then you got the air bombs that pop out over there. The bomb tower goes out on the right-hand side. Now the Archer Queen is still up, and the units around the outside doing a great job. You got the witches. You got the bowlers on the left-hand side. You got the Archer Queen in the middle. Even though she doesn't have that much health, she's going to move and she's going to go after that Inferno Tower. She gets the Inferno Tower down, and that means the bowlers are going to be fine because they're going to work their way around the side of the base. And on the other side of the base, you've got the skeletons that are going to pop. They don't matter because the archers, the witches are doing a great job. All those skeletons, there's no splash damage left. All the witches are just going to overwhelm this. The skeletons are absolutely everywhere. There's no heroes left. I can't believe what's happening right there. That's what we're talking about. That's what I wanted to see. You got the bowlers, you got the witches, you got the skeletons. You don't need heroes. You don't need archers. You don't need golems. You don't need anything because you've got the 3-star right here. One of the best attacks in the war. Ricky.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Okay, so 50 at Town Hall 10 on another Town Hall 10. Look at, we're so close. We're so close. They were so close. What happened? Where'd it go?
Oh, right there. You're talking about an attack that maybe looked like it was going to be a 3, but that defensive Lava Hound is going to take over, and it's still up. Nobody to stop it. You can see there's a few lava pups left. 80%. So it was a solid attack, but it's just not quite going to work out.
Well, not 3-star.
Okay.
11v10 tip on LA. It might be a 3-star. You never know.
It could be, but you can see it's live, so we promise we don't know. And Spencer knows what is going to happen at the end of this attack. But Team Reddit, you've got Andy going after LA from Team Forums. So the 11 dipping for the Town Hall 10, hoping for the 3-star. And, ooh, the clone spell. There's a first look at the clone spell today, you guys, right in the core, cloning the balloons, and looks like a couple of baby dragons.
Very nice. A couple. Oh, yeah. So he's got about 300 baby dragons in the middle of that base right now. Andy really laying it down, an 11v10 dip. He's dipping on this base with baby dragons. We need a name for this one, unless it has a name and I don't know it. But either way, very impressive seeing all these baby dragons in the middle. And there we go.
Nice.
2 stars laid down. Can he get the 3, though?
Haste on the right.
Can we get the 3?
It's going to be tough. You've got that Expo down there on the far left, and of course the air defense, the balloon's worst nightmare. The Wizard Tower got the last of the balloon down, and now you got the heroes at the bottom. Looks like a tough call for the 3, but I mean, it could happen.
You know, I've seen miracles being done by these max heroes. I mean, level 45 heroes, they can get a lot done, especially if they've got a little bit of health. So right now we're seeing a king tanking a ton of health or damage, and they're just working their way around the base. And
you know what you pointed out to me earlier, Klaus, is if you take a look at all of the remaining structures, they're all within range of the Archer Queen. She doesn't need to get through a wall. You pointed this out to me earlier. In an attack like this, you see, she is going to be able to get to every defense without having to go through a wall. Really only the Barbarian King, if he happens to come after her, to stop. I mean, we've got over a minute left and nothing to stop a ground unit, only an air defense.
You know, I think Andy's got this because all the defenses are down. We got a minute. That's a 3-star.
Wow, look at that.
There you go. There you
In
go.
comes
There you
the
go.
haste spell. That's almost swagging the haste spell there. Using the haste spell on the Archer Queen and her archers.
Ooh.
Now there's the poison on that defending Barbarian King. He is going to be too little too late. He's going to go down, and then you can see the archers working on those last structures. Here it comes. Another amazing 3-star 10v10.
Erupt. That's a cue, ladies and gentlemen. For a 11v11 3-star to happen, it would be absolutely amazing, but no pressure, of course. There's enough pressure up there already. So let's just see what he's got going. It's another La Luna tag from Ron Mexico. Golem and King up inside with the Queen and the Warden in as backup from behind.
Exactly. So you've got that kill squad. You had the wall breakers get in there, and now all the heroes are going to behave so far, heading into the core. And the idea here is to get down the air defense, which is done. Now they want to clear out the clan castle, get that Archer Queen, and then hopefully the Inferno Tower too, right?
Absolutely. Now, if they can get that Inferno and then somehow jump over the wall and get the Eagle Artillery, that'd be awesome as well. But notice that Clan Castle is going untouched right now. That Clan, when he needed that Queen to behave, she did not. And that Lava Hound and that Balloon are making their way over. Unfortunate for him, he already popped his Queen's ability, which is good. Because look at this. They're not moving.
Exactly. So this is one of those times when you don't mind if the defensive Lava Hound doesn't get popped. It has just become completely useless over there and frozen in time now while the balloons work their way through this base. So the Queen did actually a really good job there, because you can see the Inferno Tower is down. The CC is dealt with, at least. And now the balloons working 53%. First star.
Very, very nice. And again, that CC Lava Hound and Balloon are just sitting over there. His balloons are making their way through, and oh, that air defense does not go down. The skeletons did die, though. That's a good sign, because all these pups that are kind of hanging out around this base, they might be able to get that town hall for him.
That actually is a really good point. If they get all of these structures out of the way, they should be headed for the town hall. And they should be out of range of that air defense right there. Well, what about that expo? Well, it's set to air. You see the expo to the right of the town hall. It's set to air, so it's going to have a shorter range. Here they come. They're going to get it. There they. Oh, wait. Now, it looks like the ones that.
Yes.
They're out of range.
There we go.
Amazing. Just the pups on the left-hand side out of range. We're talking about a single tile difference right there. The pups on the right-hand side were within range. The pups on the left were not.
The Hound is getting hit.
Oh, no, the Hound.
That's not good.
What is happening?
No.
The Hound goes down.
Get out of here.
Now the pups are going to turn. You've got one pup that's after the lava pups, and it stopped them. Oh, this could be could be tragic.
Need a rage spell
it's
right
going
now.
to be a race to get this down.
Come on.
They're trying.
No.
Oh, no, here comes some lava pups in behind. There goes the
Yes.
tower. Oh, he got it. He got it. There it is. Oh, man. Oh, man. Holy cow.
That was crazy.
Man.
That was amazing.
Oh, man. Like out of breath with an attack like this base before today.
Absolutely, and this was the base that we talked about a lot as being, very in meta, which is a fancy way of saying it's new and modern and sleek and stuff. And so Smolson has had a chance to see how this base operates, and now he's coming at the base with a Queen Walk with the Warden in behind. Very smart poison spell down. And what's cool about that poison spell is it will actually kill that balloon. The Hound might be an issue, but look at that. The Queen's actually targeting the Eagle Artillery.
Absolutely.
Great way to start
Eagle
the attack.
is going to go down. All sorts of spells. You had a plethora of spells there. You've got the jump to get in over that wall. You had the rage to keep those healers accelerating, and you've got the poison spell that took out the balloon. There is the Lava Hound's pop, and now it's just a matter of the Queen taking out the rest of those units or not. Queen did not survive that.
Interesting. Okay,
that was a tough one right there.
Yeah, see, this is a good example of what we were talking about. That Lava Hound, the Lava Pups are just disastrous. I mean, they're very overwhelming when, even though they don't appear to be, it's just a whole lot of something small adds up,
I'm telling you, yeah, they really went to work on that Queen, and somehow Smolson not able to get that Eagle Artillery down. It was so close to going down, but now it's just going to rain down all sorts of damage onto these incoming bowlers.
That's right, but the good news is that the Valkyries and the bowlers went to the left, because you do have a partial funnel already made up on the top, so the Valkyries might decide to go into the middle. I mean, there's another ring on purpose, and so they're just not doing as they were told. We do have a King that's kind of banging on the wall right now. He has a special ability, but there's a lot of defenses in there.
Yep, the last of the Valkyries go down on the right-hand side. Good free spell, froze that near Inferno, but the Valkyries walked over and got targeted by the far Inferno tower. And now, although the King has gotten in there, it doesn't look like he's going to have the horsepower to get through that town hall. Sure enough, we're at 49% right now, and just the Warden, the healer's not able to keep him up.
Ouch.
49.
Ouch.
That is...
Good try. The percentage is also a good sound plan for him. 10v10 attack here. And notice we got another Vebi being Valkyries and Baby Dragons. And it's a good, I mean, they're two amazing troops. They put out a lot of damage. They have a lot of hit points. And, you know, the combination of green and orange looks good on camera. So, I mean, everything is included here.
It's the season, you know, Halloween.
Ah, we're getting into Halloween season.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, Rage spell down on that Queen Walk. She is grabbing an air defense archer tower. And which way is she going to go? To the right. Interesting, but the Clan Castle has been
get
lured.
that wizard tower, and then of course here we go, another witch coming out of that Clan Castle. But the poison spell well placed, looks like it should handle most of those units. The Queen is still up. Far left hand side, you can see the other part of the funnel going down, the Barb King and the bowlers out of the CC.
Absolutely. So the rage spell over those bowlers, I mean, that's probably one of the most devastating things in the game is really some rage bowlers. So they're making their way across. There's the 1-star. Crowd goes wild. Quinn pops just special ability. And notice the pinch on this base now. Both sides of this bottom corner have been completely removed. He pretty much can jump in, use his Valkyries, and just gut the entire core of this base. There we go. 2 stars been locked on now. We need that 62%. Am I right, Galadon?
Yep. So we're working our way through. You can see the Baby Dragons at the top, and maybe we'll see some sort of like Valkyrie dive like we heard Mafia talking about earlier, using a late group of Valkyries and a jump spell to send them in and devastate that core. Especially, you see there's a rage spell left as well. And I mean, that's one of my favorite effects to see in the game is a group of Valkyries under rage. They just obliterate stuff. I mean, stuff just goes flying. I mean, you gotta wear eye protection. There's like pieces of buildings and lasers and inferno towers and wizards' hair. And I mean, it's just gonna be crazy. Here they come. So there it is. The Valkyries in the dive coming in, the rage spell, and look at them just melt through everything in the area.
Everything, absolutely. I don't see any hair going anywhere, but look at that. We got a poison spell down on the skeletons. Those Valkyries, you said under rage, obliterate everything. They're so fast that you can barely keep up with them, but unfortunately get locked onto the wall, and that does it. Let me see. What do we have?
About it.
69%. Preparing and ready. She's deployed her king, and that's either one side of the funnel, or she just wants him to just destroy stuff. He's good at that. So we'll see what what he and she do. King being the he, Zag being the she. Dark spell factor goes down, and Barracks is now in his path. What's he gonna do here? Wall or Dark Elixir Drill?
I'm guessing he's going to the Dark Elixir Drill because I said it after he had already committed.
Yeah, you cheated.
But check it out. You've got 3 haste spells and 2 clone spells in this attack. So a little bit of an unusual use of the clone spell, seeing 2 of them. I cannot wait to see the mess of air units in the core of this base once they head on in. The Archer Queen is down though. Barbarian King doing a great job on the right-hand side. And now the first units going down on the left. You can see the Wizards and that Baby Dragon clearing out some structures. 21% damage so far. Here come the Baby Dragons.
All kinds of Baby Dragons. This is like open the floodgates. The Baby Dragons come out, and you're going to see some balloons behind. Here, there's a Hound there and behind as well. Good for tanking the air defense. And oh, look at that. That Warden goes down, and all those balloons get pumped up. They're like, let's go into battle. Let's do this thing.
They are definitely using that aura. The Warden's ability is going to do a great job here of protecting all of these units in a minute. Zag still has the CC that she hasn't deployed either, and the 2 clone spells. Any minute here, we'll probably see one of these clone spells. There it is right there. You see the clone spells. We get the 1st star for the Town Hall. Lots of extra balloons around now.
That's right. There's a 2-star. There we go.
There is a 2nd star. Still 2 haste spells, a rage, and a clone left right now. And the Warden's ability still not having been used.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. Well, there you go. The moment I said it, that's going to help protect those balloons right there. Lava Hound in. You notice how she dropped that Lava Hound late to try to tank that air defense. And there's your last clone spell.
There we go. Clone spells down. She had some Clan Castle Lava Hound that did a lot of tanking of an air defense. There's the
nice
rage. There we go. And it
Love
gets
that rage.
the Inferno was down. Very, very nice. And now we have a single haste spell. There it is. There it is. The Baby Dragon's getting in very quickly because it's a haste spell.
I get it,
Just making sure you understood that, Galadon.
But the rage spell, I have to say that rage spell was beautiful. Right as the units split up, it caught the rage on the balloons and the Baby Dragons. There you can see them running out of time, disappearing there because
is that what happened?
Yeah,
I thought they were glitching.
It's not permanent. It's not permanent. Those Baby Dragons went away. Zag Geek at 88% right here. And it looks like there's really only the air defense and the Tesla left, but they're going to be enough to keep it from being a 3.
It is going to be a high percent two-star for Zag Geek, definitely improving on the previous attack. And I'm thinking 90, possibly 91%. We've got, 9 seconds, 8 seconds till the attack is over. Is she going to get the 90?
She's close.
Is she
that
gonna
last
get the 90?
Lava Pup trying on the right-hand side. Their time is going to run out.
Oh, good shot.
It's going to be an important attack right at the end right here as Reddit trying to put up a triple on this base. And you can see we're still at the very beginning of this attack. You've got that Queen Walk going around the left-hand side.
Queen Walk, and she's already been broken in. She's kind of diving a little bit, charging into the base a bit. But we also want to notice this is the first look at miners in this whole stream. We actually have
fantastic!
27 miners.
I love it.
Grand Warden keeping the Queen alive. She also has her special ability that Eagle Artillery is deadly against the Queen Walk, though. And if you look at the bottom of the base, we actually have a whole bunch of King Bowler action. So very multi-talented here. This #1 Steve Gog.
Queen just got the Eagle Artillery down.
There we go.
There
Eagle
you go.
Artillery
And
is
here
down,
come the miners.
and the miners are down.
Oh man. So the Queen just barely, heroically there, gets that Eagle down, and then the healer's going to help keep her up. The Far Inferno's going down, and now the Miner's going to have to deal with that near Inferno. Let's see, the Queen is stalled on the Town Hall right now.
This attack's going very well, Gaudon. I mean, always miner attacks look like they're kind of like crazy. But the Queen getting that second Inferno, the third goes down, Town Hall goes down, the crowd goes wild.
There we go.
Two-star.
The heal spell is still up. There come some more miners. They're working on getting through a few more structures right here. 70% damage. The healer's trying to move in to help out the miners. It's hard to tell how many are right there. They're kind of underneath the Lava Hound. Is that a ton of miners? Is that just a couple? It looks like there's actually a lot of miners left.
It could be anywhere between 8 and 4,500 miners in there, Galadon, because it really is hard to see. But I did want to note, but then it didn't happen. The Queen, I was like, this level 45 Queen, she's going to do work. But no, she didn't. The miners handled her just fine. The rage spell over the
Look at the miners spreading out right here.
Now they're making their way through. I think,
man, how many are left?
Good.
This is crazy. 83, 84%. Big group of miners. Big bomb goes off right there. Skeleton Trap's going to pop and grab some of the healers that have been keeping up the Grand Warden to this point. But now 91%, these miners, are they going to clutch this out? This is going to be so close. Got to watch out for that wizard tower there on the left, though. 93, everybody chasing.
Ooh, giant
few miners left on the right-hand side. Air defense goes down. It's going to be down to this one wizard tower right here, you guys. That's a lot of miners.
There we go.
97%.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple more structures, you guys. This could be it. We could see a Town Hall 11 on 11 triple. There it is, the last structure, you guys. Wizard tower and 3 stars. Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah, this base. If anybody at home wants a base, this one's probably a good one to copy.
Take a screenshot right about now.
Absolutely. Ron Mexico in studio, yet another attack attempt, and great lock coming at this base with some golem bowler action. Look at that. He's also got a goblin. He's got himself a barbarian.
He's got
an archer.
He's got one hog rider. There is definitely some secret plan here to Locke's attack. And you got the jump spells down. They are going to help those units get in through past those bomb towers. There's a good rage spell on the left-hand side. Golem in there trying to tank for those bowlers. And the bowlers kind of, it's hard to tell where they're going to head with this base these days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally confused, have no clue what's going on. But what I do know is that Locke has his birthday boom spell once again.
That's right.
Which I'm sure he's going to leave a gift for Ron Mexico here in just a moment. But here we have the Grand Warden popping his special ability, the Queen also popping hers. It's going to be a 50 here in just a minute. There it is. There's the 50%. And they've made it through the wall. And they freeze the Town Hall. Take it out, the 2-star. There we are. But the bowlers get wrecked in the center.
Yep.
There is now 1 hog, 3 minions, a goblin, archer, barch to remain.
But you know those bowlers, they looked at the Town Hall, you know what they said, right?
No.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's a bowler.
Okay.
That's a bowler. That's what they say. No, really, I'm serious.
Okay.
Okay. All right, there's the last hog rider. So the last unit, so the Lock grabbing the 2-star, 58%. He's got just a few of those individual units left, unless he's got a super goblin in. Oh, did I just leak a new troop? The super goblin?
Super goblin.
Unless he's got a super goblin, that is going to wrap things up. So 59% 2-star from Lock.